What up guys, welcome back to the channel, the long-awaited video of the truck review. We're also out here for New Year's, but I'm making a separate video just for the truck, so let's get into it. And be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on notifications for more updates. Alright, now specifically this first gen is a 1999 SR5 Tacoma. It's got the 5-speed manual with 4-wheel drive, the V6, the 5EZ FE. So yeah, it does like 190 off stock. If everything's stock, it's 190 with what, 220 foot-pound torque. So yeah, it doesn't sound a lot, but it does enough for certain activities. We'll get more into that. But let's go ahead and start off from the front, and then we'll go to the back. We'll go through every detail about, you know, what I've experienced with it, and so you can get a little of an idea if it's worth your money, since I have this setup. Well, so let's get to it. Alright, so to start with the front, we got the, I believe it's like a TRD or like a 3rd gen Tacoma kind of grill. It looks nice. It kind of modernizes the truck a bit. The amber lights don't work, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what happened. I will have to check the wires and see why it's not turning on. I do know that one of them is bad. But what else we got in the front is this All-Pro Baja skid plate. I mean, this All-Pro Baja front bumper. And it's pretty good. I got it painted again. It's rusted. And I got these yellow pallets off of Amazon. They're pretty good though. I think for a pair is like under $100, so you know, not bad. They are bright. 4,000 or 5,000 lumens. I forgot, but they're pretty bright. They're very good. Highly recommend them. Alright, and okay, so for the shocks, we got solar upper control arms with the Bilstein 5100s all around. These do give me about a 3-inch lift. I got them off TOYTEC. And for the kit, it was like, what, 1,300, which wasn't bad, but honestly, like, you know, save a bit more. You could have gone something a little better, but yeah, to everyone's preference. And I think to state the obvious, we got the wheels set up. So we got Stealth Custom Series. These are the matte bronze. These are 17-inch rims with a -10 offset. And it came with Wild Peaks, the mud terrains. These are 285s, 7/8/17s. What was it? Load Range C. But you know, why does that matter? These tires are pretty heavy, so that's kind of why I feel like my gas mileage went down a bit. Obviously, they do need new tires though, or I do need some new tires. The thread on these are kind of low, but we're gonna use them until we can't no more. So yeah, that's all around. I mean, they're pretty good. Back like before I had these, I had the Methods 305s, 265s. They're the ones that my cousin's using right now on his 4Runner. But with these, they gave it a better stance, a better look. Maybe I should have gone a -38, but I'm okay with these ones for now. The setup back here, when I take out to the desert, we got a spare tire. It's hasn't been used. It's great for the weight back here. And something about these trucks, they recommend you have at least like 150 or about 200 pounds in the bed, because there's like nothing and it's like super light back here. So that's something that I'm trying to do. I forgot to bring sandbags, but I mean, we're around sand, so hopefully I find bags or something like that. I think I just need more weight. My tire, I think, weighs like around 100 pounds, which is really heavy for a small truck like this. and had two separate accidents back here. Very unfortunate, but one day I'll just go this. I got this 2nd gen exhaust pipe. It was a little too big for a little too small. You know what, I forgot. I just had to adjust it a bit. So yeah, again, we also have Bilsteins back here. I don't really see, but they're back there. I have a Magnum Flow exhaust. Not sure if it's visible, but it's down there. So there's a better look of it. I got this welded for $100, and the guy didn't really do that great of a job, because then it was leaking, so I had to go and buy a JBL weld or JD weld little like exhaust pipe wrap so that it wouldn't leak. And we also got pod lights right here on the hood. These are the first ones I got. They're from Harbor Freights. And we also have pod lights underneath here, right there. Those are, I think they're called Nightlife or some shit. They're from Amazon. So yeah, those are there too. You can buy a wiring kit for like less than $10 off of Amazon. I have like 5 of them in here. Not really the best, an expert in wiring, but one day I will wire everything up to the same button. That way I don't have to press or struggle with each one. Let me get this open. So here we got the V6 5VZ FE. Yeah, small engine, reliable, gets you anywhere is what they say. Well, it still hasn't gotten me up blow stand, and I've been told this truck is cursed. So I'm gonna take their word for it, because I can't really think of anything else right now about it. So yeah, spark plugs, coil injectors, they've all been changed. I should have, but I didn't replace every single fuel injector. I only switched out the ones that were bad. The airbox, yeah, keep it stock. Don't even put those KNs or whatever the heck they be making nowadays. You should only be putting that if you turbo your car or a specific kind of tune for your car. You don't really need that. That just increases noise, doesn't improve anything. Don't get it at all. Keep it airbox or the stock air intake, because that's really what it was intended for. The designers at Toyota didn't just make that for nothing. Here is the wiring mess that I have, but you know what? Everything stays in place. Nothing crazy. I mean, it is crazy messy, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. Wires are going everywhere, even in the front. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else for this engine besides its reliability. Headers will be nice. Heard it was a bitch to do, but if it's worth it, it's worth it. It is raining like crazy right now. There's water drops everywhere right now. It is raining currently at Ocotillo Wells for New Year's. Let's go ahead and check out the front. So we got this Corolla steering wheel I got off the car yard. Pretty good, makes it more sporty. I like it. Just didn't came with a front emblem, but you can just order that or make it yourself. We also got these really cool switches off of Reload Off-Road. And not just these switches, but also we got the dome lights. This is actually really cool though. Turn it on and you get different colors that you can select, or you can change it into different modes chaser lights, anything. You can brighten it, you can dim it, change the speed of it, if the camera will focus here. Damn, it's not really focusing. Okay, but yeah, you can change the mode. There's already selected colors here, or you can change the colors manually. But pretty cool, very useful if your car is very dim and has the stock dome light. This is a very good option. And so if you're interested in one, you can also use my code. It's AVOTACO, just AVOTACO, and use that code and you will get a 5% discount when you check out. So be sure to do that if you are interested in getting a dome light or switches. They also have other products like roof racks, skid plates, bumpers. So yeah, just check them out. They have a lot of cool stuff. Mounting accessories for your car. It could be a foam mount here, cup holders. I definitely need some cup holders because these first gens, especially the 1999, they didn't have the circle cup holders. So it's just squares. Doesn't make any sense. But hopefully, you know, they come out with some cup holders. That'll be really nice, especially for this truck. But anyways, yeah, code AVOTACO. 5% discount at checkout. I have them assigned. The top one is for my yellow pallets. The bottom one is for the white ones that are on the roof. Pretty useful. That way you don't have to go and switch buttons like I do. I still got other buttons. This one is the amber lights. And these ones, one is for the back, one is for the other front yellow pallets. I didn't connect all those four in one button, which I should look into. And one of them is for the whip lights that I have installed on bed. We also got my GoPro here. This is what I've been using to vlog all my content on YouTube. But now we got ourselves a new camera to record, which is really nice. But yeah, everything else is stock, nothing crazy besides the steering wheel. I would like to get some other seats, maybe some PRPs, bucket seats, something like that. It'll be really nice to also have like a harness strap, but that's something that I feel like is only necessary if I get a cage in here. But I really don't need a cage since I don't have anything crazy like long travel, anything like that. But yeah, we also got these floor mats from Husky. They're really good. They're shaped exactly like this, like the truck floor mats. I like them. I used to just have floor mats that my dad had, and I really didn't like those. But I got these, and they're really nice. Haven't had any complaints. I really like them. And yeah. Oh, we also have these underlights. I don't know what they're from. I guess they only turn on when I put the key in. There we go. I don't know the brand, but you can pretty much select it different colors. It's kind of confusing to use, just different colors. Or you can set it to a mode where if you're playing music, it will literally like change colors with the beat of the music, which is really nice. And one thing I forgot to mention, when I got this kit for TOYTEC, it also came with a progressive leaf pack, basically to help it lift its 3 inches that it needs to. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I mean, besides the downfalls, which we're going to talk about. So the biggest issue that I have with this truck is going to be power. Now, this truck wasn't meant to be fast. There are supercharged options as well as turbo options, sure, but that's like investing money for an engine like this to waste, you know, gas faster. Now, here's the thing though. You know, like a second gen has a V6, but that was a 4.0. And that one does a lot more power, and it also has good fuel mileage. But you know, if you put a supercharge on a truck like this, you gotta waste gas on premium gas, which is expensive for an engine that doesn't do a lot of power, but you just supercharge it. So now you gotta spend a lot of gas money, and you get bad gas mileage. So you know, I might reconsider about this truck, or consider getting a different truck. I don't know yet. For the time being, I gotta stick around with this truck a little longer, which is fine. But you know, power is an issue for me, especially for this truck. It digs itself in sand a lot, which is annoying. I'm in 4-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. I've done everything, and you know, I get stuck in some way or another. I got myself unstuck by 4 low, and it's just a lot. And I also could do something with the weight, but that's exactly why I wanted 285s and mud trains, because I kind of was like, okay, it might help me in the mud, or not the mud, but the soft sand, and it kind of didn't. But you know, we're gonna keep testing it out. The bumper weighs like 80 pounds, so you know, with the down weight, I kind of was like, okay, maybe it can make it smoother. It has made it smoother, but again, the issue is power. It can't really hold all this weight. This truck is more ideal for like trails with dirt and rocks. Another problem with the truck, you know, the shocks, they're not comfortable. They do say Bilstein's 5100s are great. Yes, they are great, but in slow approaches, less than 25 miles per hour, depending on what kind of terrain you're hitting. You know, obviously I can't hit the whoops. I'm gonna go up and down and smash everything, and maybe one day break the shock mount, right? So it's if you're gonna do that, 10 miles per hour is kind of the max out here. There are obviously some places I can go faster, and some trails I can go faster with the whoops. Not so freaking short. I can't even go up blow sand. If I've seen trucks go up blow sand, but they have like smaller wheel sizes, and I feel like that's the problem, because I had a friend who had a 97 Tacoma, I believe. Even though it was supercharger, he supercharged. He even went up blow sand without the supercharger, but he had like 31s on it with like 15-inch chrome rims. Normally I have a white camper on here, and that's just like if I'm back home. I try not to take it with me at the desert, because it's also like a pain in the ass just to get it off. It's easy, but I just don't want to leave a random camper out here while I'm off-roading. So that's why I don't really try to do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a skid plate, but because of this front Baja bumper, it's designed for the all-pro skid plate and not for just any bumper you want to put on. And that's okay. That's another issue I should address, is that between 97 and 2000, the second facelift, which is what I have, the skid plate cross member is welded to the frame. The frame was sticking out more, but the first and the third facelift, they have it shorter. So technically every company only focuses on those trucks. So if you were to do that, you would have to cut your frame 3 inches back. Well, they knew a new bolt bracket to then put like anything, and specifically for this skid plate, for example, the frame behind here, I had to cut it off, right? And because there's a bolt right there that goes on there, and and technically that's how I would bolt this bumper onto it, because I had to cut 3 inches back on the frame in order to do that. It's done. I can put any bumper I want now, but the cross member for the skid plate is gone. So if you were to put a skid plate on, you would just have to fabricate your own design or grab a skid plate specifically for this bumper. Obviously there's options out there. I haven't looked into it, but for my case, I would cut out this part down here. All this part I would just cut out, even this front skid plate, and fabricate my cross member underneath that, and that way I can put that skid plate that I have on there basically put any skid plate that you want, or specifically for the one that you have. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm not really sure if I want to keep this bumper or maybe get a different bumper and do that. Not really sure yet. The wheels, I would want to get all trains. I don't want to stick with these mud trains. They're also kind of low on thread again, so I mean, they got a good amount of thread. The guy that I bought them from told me they got 50% left, which is still good enough, but you know, all terrain, lighter, and basically all terrains instead of just mud terrains. So I think that'll be a better option. These upper control arms, the only problem I have with these, I don't know if it's specifically because of those upper control arms, but my wheel is kind of slanted with a positive camber. Now I'm not really sure if you can tell, but compared to the wheel behind it, that's straight and this one's a little like angled a bit. So yeah, it drives straight, but it's not supposed to look like that. I even asked the guy because I noticed it. He's like, the road's a little crooked, so that's why it looks like that. No, it is not because the road was crooked. It's because it literally was crooked. Positive camber. The instructions say that you need it to get it manually aligned, which is just measuring it manually, and you know, instead of a laser machine to do the aligning, because that's just for stock. And because these are this is aftermarket, it's a 3 engine. It has these upper control arms with different casting, or like a different way of like adjusting your alignment. It's completely different. So I guess people would recommend SCPs, but I don't want SCPs. I want a uniball. So Total Chaos was in the option, but I got these for a good deal. So yeah, that's why I got those. That's why I have those. Another issue is the leaf pack right here. So if you can see right here, this thing right here, this was hitting that right here. You can see some scratches, but that should not do that. So as you can see there, it's scratching right there with that thing right there. I'm not really sure that's normal. There was no positioning, like it didn't say, oh, this is for the left, this is for the right. It didn't say that. So they look the same, so I'm like, okay, it doesn't really matter then. But that thing was hitting, so I'm not really sure. Like, yeah, that's a problem. It's hitting a bracket for the gas tank. Ever since then, it hasn't been an issue now, but you know. Also, these fender flares are not original. They don't bolt onto this. They only bolt on underneath. There's like bolts down here, and it's very tight. It was very difficult to put it on too. So yeah, very tight in there. I did jump the truck, and this whole fender got bent. Like, this whole thing was a big gap, and I had to push it in so that it would just align with it again. And this back here, this only left this mark right here. You can barely see it, but on this side, it ripped this whole thing out. And something I'm noticing is that my fingers can barely fit right here, right? But if we go back here, my fingers can barely go in. So that tells me that the whole thing is twisted. It drives straight, but I don't know what that means. Maybe it's because, since, if you guys don't know, the taco lean, it's basically when the taco leans to one side because of the gas tank, because the driver's there on that side, and because the battery's on one side. So all of this makes the taco lean slanted right here. And if you go over here, it's perfectly fine. But on this side, you'll see that the truck is leaned in a bit more. You can even see it. You can even kind of tell it's slanted a bit on this side, because that's where all the weight is. That's why I try to put more weight on this side, just so that it doesn't give that look. But yeah, overall, that's it. You know, lower control arms are stock. Oh, and I got the 1-inch diff drop. So let's talk about that though, because a lot of people say you don't need it and some people say you do need it. So the reason for putting that is so that because you lifted the truck, you're putting more stress on the CV axles for the four-wheel drive. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't need the diff drop, because that's only for the front differential, which is for the four-wheel drive. I don't think there is a difference. I put it on anyways because it came with the kit, but I really don't think it's much of a difference. I've tested it and it doesn't really go down, it just kind of moves. That's it. It just twists. It doesn't go down to give more like give it less tension, or give it less what's it called, just so that it doesn't wear out a lot. But I really don't think there's a difference. Now, I think that's pretty much it for everything. If there's any questions about my build, about something, I should be able to answer it. I've answered, and I've made some videos already, and I've answered some people. So if you have any questions about this truck, or just in general what I would do different, I mean, even though I'm saying all this, so yeah, if you have any questions, even about what I would do differently, I'll say it right now. All terrains, lighter rims like the Stealth Custom Series. Don't get methods. I don't like methods. Offset 0, I hated those. Get a negative. If you're gonna put 285s or 260s, get a negative. You won't rub with 260s. 265s you won't rub with the 0 offset. But if you do get 285s, you will be able to rub. Oh, I'm actually rubbing right now. On one side I'm rubbing, the other side I'm not rubbing, which is kind of weird. So get an offset more than 10 or 12. That'd be great if you do that. All terrains again. Shocks, Bilsteins are good, but not good for the long haul. Actually, Bilsteins are pretty cheap though. They do actually work for the long haul. They're only friendly because you only buy it, install them, and that's it. You don't have to tune it like a remote reservoir or something like that. But if you're gonna go out of the desert, go a little faster, then definitely get remote reservoirs. Those will be a lot better, which is what I want to do. So if you're gonna do that, get icons. Icons will be ideal because icons provide for all that, for the back and the rear, or from the back and for the front. Front bumper, it's not necessary, but if you want weight in front so the ride's a little smoother, that's why I went for it. Or just to mount lights, you can mount lights even with the stock bumper, but I went with it because I wanted it. And yeah, I mean, if you have more questions, please let me know. It is raining a lot. We're gonna get some off-roading here, but anyways, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on notifications, ask me questions if you have any questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. There's more to come though. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, again, like, subscribe. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Stay safe out there, and happy trails. Peace out.